Hey, welcome back to the channel. We're going to update the 32 a little bit, talk about the shop truck group build, and we're going to do a shop card shout out. So let's get the important business out of the way first with shop card shout outs. So the first one is from Rattle Can Shenanigans. I love this truck, and we're going to talk a little bit about something that has to do with this, not this specific truck, that truck. I love the patina look. I don't care what it is. I love it. I know guys are, always like, oh, they can't afford paint. Well, that's it. Like Lucky Costa says on Hot Rod Garage, the difference between patina and a paint job? About $40K. In 57, I think this is the Black Widow. That's cool too. That has some Detroit Steelies on it. That's pretty sweet. And of course, 32. That's chopped. High Boy. Yeah, that's pretty sweet too. And of course, stickers. When I drove race cars, I love when I got stickers with my parts. I always thought they added horsepower to my race cars. And now that I race BMX bikes, when I buy parts and they send me stickers, it's it gives me some snap out the gate. The next one is from Papa Dan. I got a sticker here too. Pretty neat. I'm accumulating stickers, and that's cool too. I like the stickers as much as I like the shop cards. Now, Dan, we got to talk about this smudge down here. Go green, go white, right? All right, well, let's get that out the way. I know you're transplanted down in Florida, but it's kind of funny. I'm the opposite. I lived in Florida, then moved to Michigan. What the heck was I thinking, right? I'm originally from New York. Go figure. That's pretty neat. And Papa Dan's Models 2, Caleb's Corner. I love when the young ones get involved in modeling. Thanks, guys. Great cards. Still working on mine. I haven't heard from the gentleman, and we've done lots of business together. Obviously, he works a regular 9-to-5 job, and he's awfully busy. And his side gig is doing race car vinyl, and it's that time of year where people are building their race cars. And he does hero cards and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff. So I'm sure he's pretty swamped with race car business. So all right, let's get on to the 32. Well, as you can see, it has a new dress, and I'm not overly thrilled. Tamiya TS 40, whatever, it's Tamiya, okay? And it is a light metallic blue. Now, it's not the paint's fault, it's Rob's fault. And so I had this thing. I thought it was sanded smooth. I thought it was, I got rid of all the imperfections, or got them as close to where I wanted them to be. Okay. Well, I sanded it. I should have taken it a little bit further because I believe I stopped at like 600 on the primer. Okay. Everything looked smooth. Everything looked great. I shot the first couple coats of paint, and I was like, okay, they're just mist coats. So when you're mist coating, obviously you miss a lot of things. Then I got a couple heavier coats, and then I noticed some things, and I was like, man, I don't like that. So then I also noticed that I was getting dust particles. They were probably coming off of my sweatshirt onto the car. So I let this dry out, and I hit it with some sandpaper. Took out some of the imperfections, and I went again. Well, I continued and obviously tried to get some heavier coats on it, and it looks better, but I ran out of paint. So I have to run to the hobby shop, and the hobby shop is the only place that sells Tamiya paints around here. And I have to wait till Tuesday because they are closed on Sunday and Monday. You see the red firewall? But I like the color. It looks all right. Another thing, I don't know if this picks up on the camera or not, but I had the roof sanded, and pretty much where the sectioning was on the roof was disappeared. Now, I primed this thing multiple times. I've sanded it multiple times. You would think that when you had a fresh coat of primer on there and you started sanding on a roof, the first places that would show up would be the areas that were high, right? The high spots on here, which would be down the center and right here where the chop was. And there was none of that. So I figured, okay, that's great. That's all smooth and good to go. Well, I started putting paint on there, and I could start seeing the cross, on top of the roof. And to be honest, guys, it's going to be what it's going to be at this point, because I can't do any more. I mean, I could spend a whole lot more time on this thing, but I'm not going to get it perfect. So it's going to be what it's going to be. But that's about it. You see, I got the front suspension pieces, most of them on the front, and I broke this one. It just snapped. I was gluing it together and everything, and I don't know if there was too much tension on it. It just popped. It just snapped. So that doesn't make me happy, but those things happen. And I think that's the only progress that I have on the 32. And kind of at a standstill with it until, well, I'm going to do some interior stuff and finish building out the chassis. But I ordered some stuff online for it. I actually ordered a flathead engine with the, I can't remember if it's the dual carb setup or triple carbs. I can't remember. But anyway, I ordered a flathead. Now, I have a diamond in a rough kit, and it's got a couple different flatheads in there, but none that I wanted to use. I'm not gonna take any parts out of that diamond in a rough kit. Not with the prices of them right now. I think that's about it with that. Let's talk about the shop truck build. All right. So originally, what I was going to do was I was going to C-notch this, right? C-notch the frame, and I was going to slam this down. And I had some wheels and tires that I got off that Chrysler Concorde Slammer. And I kind of like those wheels, so that's what was going on here. And I was going to paint it MCW light gunmetal. And I hadn't decided whether or not I was going to paint the top a different color than the body. Maybe pearl white or possibly metallic black, metal flake black. So then I was watching the introduction video over at Deep Junk Garage, and he made a lot of sense with what he was saying about it's a shop truck, so why would you cut up the bed? You're going to haul stuff. Yep. And that makes a lot of sense to me. Because, you watch TV and you see their shop trucks, and that's exactly what they've done. They chopped up the bed and everything. So really, is it really a shop truck? Is it really a functional shop truck? No. So I'm not going to chop up the bed of this. I'm going to do semi-stock, I guess. Obviously, I took the 6-cylinder for the Nova, so I no longer have the straight 6 that was in it. So I'm going to put a different engine in here. And I think I'm going to put a 632 in there, big block resin. So it's going to have some ponies under the hood, but it'll look kind of stock, So that brings me to the other thing. Last night, and it was kind of interesting because my wheels have been turning about the shop truck. I'm trying to focus on the 32, and I'm thinking about what I want to do to the shop truck. I have so much time to work on the shop truck, I could do almost anything to it. And I was like, you know what? I like the patina look, right? I like the rust. I like clear-coated rust. I like all that. And I don't care what anybody says. I mean, I hear it all the time on the real car pages about patina and stuff. Or patina because you can't afford paint job. You're probably correct. Proper paint jobs cost upwards of $10,000-$20,000. So anyway, I'm gonna patina this, and what I'm gonna do, and I don't want to give away my secrets, and I don't want anybody, copycatting or whatever. But obviously, we're both doing 60s, so this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna paint this a turquoise with a white top. Okay, the body is gonna be patinaed. The interior is gonna be nice. The engine bay is gonna look nice, and it's gonna be detailed as much as I decide to. And then the bed is going to be all done up wood. The wood will be clear coated and shiny, so it's going to look really nice in the back and all that other stuff. But the body is just going to look like it sat in a field for 35 years and somebody threw 2K over it. And that's all I'm going to do. So this brings me up to the next thing that I wanted to ask about, and you guys can tell me. This product here. Jeremy Strickland was showing a truck last night on Matthew's live stream. Okay, and I watched his video on that truck, and he didn't know how he did the rust and everything, and he explained it in a comment today how he did the rust and everything. So I got to thinking, I've seen people use real rust. They've gone ahead and they've stuck steel wool in vinegar or muriatic acid, and they let it degrade, and then they've used that, and they threw rusty nails in vinegar, all kinds of stuff. There's lots of different ways to make rust. I do it on some of the knives that I do, not rust per se, but patina. And it got me thinking, I'm no stranger to doing kind of patina looks. I've done it on a few models before. Hold on a minute. This truck, at one time, I painted it orange, and I suck at orange paint jobs. It's another color that I suck at. But anyway, so last year sometime, after this truck sitting around probably for 5 years, in a box, painted orange with tons of orange peel and looking like I just dumped a bucket of paint on it, I decided I was going to finish it. Now originally, it was going to be that orange color, and it was going to be muddy. It was going to be a mud truck. So the chassis had already been weathered and mudded up from, I think it's tile grout I use. I can't remember what it is. But anyway, so then I rusted this up, the mirrors, the light bar, everything, and plus it's dirty looking. So obviously I used the white glue technique. Sprayed the red primer on it, put the glue on. Then I put the gray primer over the glue. Then I sprayed the blue over that. And then I went and I scrubbed the areas and that I wanted to reveal the primer underneath to make it look like it was rusted metal. So obviously I can do that with this truck. And I can weather it with weathering and stuff like that. I've got weathering kits and all kinds of stuff. But I wanted to try this. Let me put this off to the side. I wanted to try this. This is a product that I've been staring at Hobby Lobby for quite some time. And tonight when I went, I had to go pick up some stuff. And to be honest with you, I was going to go get an airplane to steal some of the stickers out of the kit. But I didn't see anything that I liked. But anyway, I've been eyeballing this for quite some time, and it was one of those things where it's like, I want to try that on a model kit, and I want to see how it comes out. So it has 3 parts to it. It's got a primer, an oxidizing iron paint, a rust activator solution, and a spritzing cap attachment. So I don't know if anybody out there has ever used this. I'd imagine somebody did. I mean, this is located in the same aisle that Hobby Lobby has all their craft paint and stuff, and their Rust-Oleum products spray paint, or their Krylons, whatever the heck it is, Krylon shortcuts paint and all that other stuff. And I'm sure other modelers have seen it and said, that looks interesting, you know. So I'm going to try this, and I'm going to try this on another body before I put it on this truck, just to make sure it's compatible with the plastic, just to make sure that it does what it says it does, and maybe practice with it a little bit to see how it actually works. If you've used this before, it's Metal Effects Rust. They also have like one that does the patina for like copper and stuff. It's $20 at Hobby Lobby. If you've ever used this before, let me know down in the comments. Let me know your results. If you want to post a response video or whatever, or my email is in my about section. You can email me pictures or whatever you want to do. All right, but I'm curious if you've used it, and I want to see what your results are. Okay, so that's what I'm planning on using to weather this truck and give it some patina. Now the other thing that I want to do is I want to do decals on the doors, and I'm unsure who to go to about that. I was debating on whether or not to use the Time Machine scale models neon looking thing and try to maybe sand on them and stuff and make them look weathered, or just do it like a hand lettered, like an old sign painter came in with his brushes and just brushed Time Machine's garage on the door. I'm unsure which direction I want to go, and we'll figure that out as we go. I think that's about it as far as model cars are concerned. And I'm dragging, guys. I'm sorry if this video seems weird or I seem off. I probably am a little off. I got up really early this morning. We've been car shopping. I haven't updated you guys on that. We had a Chevy Traverse, and it was an older vehicle. My wife and I don't like car payments, so this car was 12 years old. We didn't buy it all that long ago, as a matter of fact. We paid cash for it, I think in 2018. And it's been a good vehicle. We've traveled all over with it, but it started experiencing issues, especially with the air conditioning system last year. Nobody could figure it out. We had 3 shops, probably spent $5,000-$6,000 trying to figure out and troubleshoot the air conditioning system. And most people just want to bolt on new parts, and it never solved the problem. And then my wife, probably a week before the car died, she went and she replaced the rear springs under there as part of, basically getting that out of the way. We need new springs and new shock struts, whatever, before we really get in the swing of traveling this year. So she just put new rear springs on it, or had new springs put on it, a week before the car died. Well, we got it home today. A friend of mine trailered it back from the automotive place that it was sitting, because the first thing is that they put it on a diagnostic machine and told us what it was, and pretty much what it sums up is we need a new engine and possibly a new transmission. So I'm not going to tell you what we paid for that car. We got a really good deal on that car. We bought it from a dealer. We paid cash. But for us to turn around and put $7,000 into that car for an engine, and possibly another 4 or 5 for a transmission, it was just probably prudent to go car shopping. So my wife and I talked to our financial advisor, and he said that we are in a really good spot right now to buy new. And buying new is not exactly the easiest thing to do today due to COVID and due to supply issues. So any car that we do purchase, we are going to wait for. And we test drove and we looked at a few and everything, and I think we settled on one. And I'm a Chevy guy, guys, but when it comes to my family car, it's one of those deals where I need reliability and I need economy. And I can't have an Econobox little thing. I already own a Chevy pickup truck. I own a 1987 Nissan Pathfinder. You know, so our family car has to be something. So I think we've settled on a 22 Toyota RAV4, and it's not too bad. Test driving, I was pretty pleased with it. And I've never been one of those guys, but today I'm a Toyota guy, I guess. So that is everything in a nutshell. I think I've caught up on everything. Hey guys, I'm looking at the numbers every time I log on here, and I don't know. I keep saying it, maybe it's redundant, but I thank you guys so much for what you guys are doing for this channel. I really do. I'm just amazed, Up over 200 today, and that's great. That's fantastic. I appreciate that very much, and I hope I can bring content to you guys that hold a captive audience, so to speak. But yeah, guys, I'm bushed. I wanted to give you guys an update. It's been a few days since I've updated anything. Things are slow going. I'm gonna find myself at a standstill here with the 32 real soon. And then when I get to a standstill with 32, I'm definitely gonna jump on the truck and start getting some sub-assemblies assembled and painted up and stuff like that, and get going on that. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes, comments, and everything. And just know I'm checking your channels out too. I am, giving the love back to you. So take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see you early next week.